fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Wave 7 of the Marvel Legends Retro 3 3/4 inch figures from Kenner, aka Hasbro. As you can see, we have 4 figures in the 7th wave. We have Spider-Man, Nova, Firestar, and Moon Knight. And just as always, the packaging on these is absolutely fantastic. I love the artwork that they do on these. Moon Knight looks fantastic here. Spinning it around to the back, you get a very, very brief little bio for the character. Move on to Firestar, some more amazing packaging artwork here. And there is her very brief bio. And then we have Nova. Just such bright, beautiful colors. I absolutely love the artwork on these. And then the last figure in this assortment is kind of a repaint / remold of Spider-Man, but now done to resemble his first appearance in Amazing Fantasy number 15. So all 4 of these are really cool, and I apologize for the delay. I had kind of been waiting for some sales and whatnot, and I was able to get 2 of these on sale over the time. But then I just kind of had to bite the bullet. Now, unfortunately, this line has kind of been put on hiatus, as they say. I have 1 more wave to review. This is 7 that went to 8, and then that was the last wave. So I got kind of worried that these were eventually going to become hard to find and not really go on sale since the line's kind of over now. So I decided to just bite the bullet, and I had Nova and Spider-Man still to get. So now that I have all 4, I can go ahead, we'll get them out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here's Wave 7 out of the packaging. As you can see, Moon Knight is very stark white. I think he looks pretty good. He's got very tiny little red eyes. I feel like this is the classic comic look, but I kind of wish the eyes were white just so they would stand out a little bit more, and you'd really be able to see them under the hood. The hood is removable if you wish. You can see that it just pegs into the spot on the back, but you can take it off of his head if you like, but it looks kind of silly because he just has a, black head underneath. The arms do move, and they do restrict a little bit because of the cape, but really no problem moving forward. And then you have a wrist swivel there. You can see where the seam is, and then the legs do kick forward, and that is the same for all of the figures in this line. But yeah, Moon Knight looks pretty good. Very welcome addition to the line. Kind of wish he had some accessories. I wish he had, his 2 kind of Billy Club type weapons or a staff or something like that. A staff that could break apart into 2 would be even better, but unfortunately no accessories for him. Spider-Man here, like I said, this is based on his appearance in Amazing Fantasy, his very first appearance. So he's got the web in between the arms. Now it works well when he's posed like this, but when you move the arms forward, they are connected to the forearms, and so they can move with that spin as well, which can look a little weird, but if you just have it posed like this, it works pretty well. And he's got the same articulation as anyone else. You can see that he is red and black instead of red and blue, and we'll do a comparison with the other Spider-Man in a moment here. And then here is Firestar. I think they did a pretty good job with her. The hair looks pretty good. It does restrict the movement of the head, I will say, pretty much no head movement there, but all the other articulation is just fine. Just a really nice looking figure. And now you can complete Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Iceman was released in a previous wave, so that's fun. Put that here off to the side. And then last we have Nova, which looks pretty good. Nice bright colors there. The blue looks good. He does have a wrist movement, even though it kind of looks like he doesn't. It almost looks like it's solid there, but the movement is actually exactly where the top of this brace starts, so that can still move side to side. And then you have the bend as well. So just really nice. Now I will point out, they all look like they should have a boot swivel as well. You can kind of see the seam here on all of them. But that's really just where the plastic pieces were attached. They do not have any kind of boot movement or anything like that. It's just at the head, the shoulders, the wrist, and then at the waist. So those are the only points of articulation. But yeah, really nice looking wave. I'm really happy to finally have all these in the collection. Let's go ahead and do some Spider-Man comparisons. So here in the center I have the Spider-Man from this wave as well as the Spider-Man from the previous release. And then over here I have the Spider-Man from the Epic Hero series, which is kind of the spiritual successor to this line while it's on hiatus. So you can see here that this is pretty similar. Now if you see over here, this Spider-Man does have 2 of the thwipping hands. And over here we have 1 thwipping hand and 1 grasping hand. Otherwise, obviously, we have the red and blue over here as opposed to the red and the black. And even the detailing on the chest is different. You can see the spider is drawn differently. The eyes are slightly different there on the mask. And the spiders on the back are very different. So I think this is a really cool release. Like I said, the webbing in the armpits is a little unsuccessful when you try to move the arms. But other than that, I think it's a really cool idea. And it's a way for them to kind of use the mold, but still kind of paint it differently and jazz it up a bit. So I'm happy to have both of these in the collection. And then, like I said, over here we have the Epic Hero Series Spider-Man, which has a lot more articulation. This is kind of their new 4-inch line. So you can see that they're slightly taller than the others. These guys being 3 3/4 inch and this being the full 4 inches tall. And it does have more articulation than these do, but I think that they scale pretty well together. So if you wanted to use these two lines together, I think it's really not off by that much. So we have a couple different Spider-Man here, but all three of them I think look really great. So that's pretty much going to do it for this one. I think this is a really great wave. All four of these figures are fantastic and definitely worth adding to the collection, especially if you've been collecting the line so far. Yes, Spider-Man is kind of a repaint / retool, so if you don't really care about this version of Spider-Man, I guess you could skip them, but the other three are definitely new characters to the line, and I think they look really great. I am kind of bummed that this line is going on hiatus. I did have a lot of fun with it, but the Epic Hero series is pretty fun, and they did say that this line isn't done. It's just kind of on hiatus, so hopefully it will return one day, because I really like what they were doing with these. All four of these are pretty great. My only complaint would be, maybe a few more accessories where it makes sense. I definitely think Moon Knight should have been packed with a weapon. The other three, I guess, technically I don't really need anything, but I do wish he had some kind of billy clubs or bow staff or something like that. I think that would have been really great. Otherwise, all four of these are a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend adding them to your collection. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.